What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to be going over my top 10 tips for weight loss. And just a disclaimer, I am not a nutritionist or a scientist. These tips are just based off my own personal experience and is what I think is important. So with that being said, let's get into it. So number 10 is to have a clear goal. Now this is important because it's a lot easier to hold yourself accountable and really stick to it when you know exactly is what you want. So for example, saying you want to lose 30 pounds by June is a lot better of a goal than just saying you want to eat healthier. Because if you just say you want to eat healthier, you might find yourself in situations where you're cheating yourself because, you're like, I've eaten good all week. I can do this now. And overall, you are eating healthier, but it's not really towards your goal. So if you tell yourself you want to lose 30 pounds by June, and that opportunity comes where you can cheat yourself, you can say, hey, I need to lose 30 pounds by June. This can't happen if I'm cheating like this. So yeah, it's really important to have a clear goal. Number 9 is developing a plan. So once you have that clear goal in mind, you can create a system for yourself. And this can be a day by day or week by week thing, but just knowing ahead of time what you're gonna do and having that routine to stick to will really help you in where you want to be. So for example, just knowing every day what you're gonna eat, and if something comes along that isn't what you have planned, you can just say no to that and stick to your routine, your system that will allow you to get to where you want to be. There's a quote by Benjamin Franklin. He said, "Failing to plan is planning to fail." And that's true because if you don't have a good plan to follow, you're just kind of not really sure what you're doing all the time. But if you have a clear goal, it's easy to stay on track with that and do everything possible to get to that. Number 8 is be cautious of liquid calories. And I say this because a lot of people think that just because, it's a liquid and not like a solid food that it's not as effective in weight gain, but it can be. Calories are calories, and especially drinks that are high in sugar, because excess amounts of sugar can, make you crash and feel lazy and just overall not good for wanting to lose weight. So it's really good to just stick with water as much as you can. That's what I did. Sometimes I have juice or something, but I make sure to keep it to like one serving, because if you have a tall glass of juice, there's a lot of sugar in that, almost like your daily limit. And then, throughout the day, you're bound to go over that. So it's really good to just be cautious of what you're drinking. So yeah, just be cautious of all liquid calories. Number 7, find a way to be held accountable. There's a couple ways you could do this. Really just one thing you could do is tell the people you're closest to about what you're trying to do and how you're trying to lose weight. So that way, whenever you feel like binging or giving up, you'll know that that person knows what you're up to and that not only have you failed yourself, but you failed them. So just putting it out there, having more pressure on yourself will make you more likely to go through with it. Number 6, stick to non-GMO, organic, nutrient-dense foods as much as you can. Because when you do this, when you eat healthier, your body will function better, your mind will be more clear, you'll be able to make better decisions because your body is getting more nutrients and it's just performing overall better. And when your body's performing better, if you're doing the proper things that you're doing to lose weight, it should accelerate that progress because your body is working at its, at a better than it would if you were feeding it garbage all the time. So even if you're in a caloric deficit, it's important to eat nutrient dense foods so that you're getting the most out of it. Number 5, tracking your calories. This is important because obviously in order to lose weight, you need to be in a caloric deficit. But if you just kind of go by, you just read it once and then think, 200 here, a couple hundred there, you're not really getting the most out of it. It's not until you start tracking everything you eat that you really realize how much calories are in everything. Once I started tracking my calories, I think I did it for I tracked everything every day for a month, and then I didn't have to do it as much because I was able to get a really good understanding of how much calories are in most of the stuff I eat. So now I just have that general feel of how calories work. But before I did that, I there's no way I would have known. There's just too much things that we consume throughout the day, and having to add all that up, you just won't be able to remember. So downloading MyFitnessPal, just scanning the barcodes, entering in the servings you have and everything, just to get a general feel of where you're at calorie-wise is really important. So yeah, tracking calories. Number 4, remember, it is okay to feel hungry. This just means stop eating when you're bored, and you will come to learn when you truly are hungry. Because for a lot of people that are overweight, they tend to eat just when they're bored and not really when they're hungry. And when you cut that out, you'll really realize how food is just different when you actually are hungry. Because when it's been a couple hours since you've last eaten and your stomach's starting to growl, you won't be craving Oreos and chips. You'll be craving real food, which is good, so. And you won't be as picky as an eater when you actually are hungry, so. Number 3 is do some research. And what I mean by this is research some foods that you'd like. It's really good to know a wide variety of things that you can eat and experiment with. Because if you just stick to a couple things, you'll get bored of it and tired of it. So it's really good to expand your horizon and just find a way to make it fun, something to look forward to, because sustainability is key throughout this. So really start to educate yourself so that you know more and you're just able to do more things within your limits. So yeah, do some research. Number 2, don't overdo it. This is where a lot of people mess up, and why they can't go through with weight loss is because they're making it too hard on themselves. You have to find a way to make it fun and something to look forward to, because it's like a new life basically. Because if you're overweight, it's because your current lifestyle is making that happen for you. So you have to make changes within the things that you do every day to get to where you want to be. So if you're making your diet strictly vegetables and your workouts are hour-long cardio sessions, are you going to do that every single day for years to come? I don't think so. So you need to make small changes at first that you can handle and then progress from there. Because if you're just overdoing it, this will lead to you quitting. And, so don't do that. Don't overdo it. And number 1, stay disciplined. Remember, this is not supposed to be easy. And if you're overweight, it's because you have an unhealthy relationship with food. And there can be several reasons why that is, but obviously making a lifestyle change like this where you use food as comfort potentially, it's going to be really hard to, make that change. So you need to stay disciplined. And every time you feel like giving up and you tell yourself, I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep doing what I'm sticking to and get to where I want to be. Every time you go through those moments and you come out on the other end, that makes you stronger. And then the next time that happens, it will be easier. So let's say you started your diet and now 2 days in, you're really craving a cheeseburger, and you gotta stop and tell yourself, nope, it's not who I am anymore. Making a change. When you beat that and then you get through it, now you're on a 2-day streak. Nice. And now, say you're on day 5 and then it happens again. You can think back to on day 2 when you conquered that, and now you can just do it again. Now you're on a 5-day streak and keep it going. So you have to overcome those moments and stay disciplined. It will make you stronger and it will become easier as time goes on. So yeah, guys, those are my top 10 tips for weight loss. If you found the video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe, and peace.